Hi, 안녕하세요. This is Nara's Kimchi, and this is Ice Cube. He just turned a year. Today we're going to make some gluten-free fried vegetables and fruits, or not fruits, vegetables. And this is actually gluten-free, and I didn't have to make a purchase of that expensive gluten-free mix. This is made with mostly rice flour, and it's very easy and really crispy. So let's get to it. So let's make the batter. This will be made mostly with rice flour. I'm going to add about a third cup of rice flour. So this is about a third cup. I'm making a very small batch. So the next ingredient is cornstarch. You can use any kind of starch, and cornstarch is the easiest one and probably one of the cheapest one to find. I have really small bag, so I'm going to just put 2 teaspoons. You could add just a little more, but if you add too much, the batter becomes very hard when it's fried. And cornstarch has property like that, so you don't want to add too much starch, but just a little bit makes this batter a lot more crispy. And this is baking powder. You add a little bit of baking powder so it adds some air. It's just a pinch. Next one is onion powder. This adds a lot of flavor, very little bit, but it adds a lot of powder, it adds a lot of flavor for using very little. And just a bit of ground pepper and salt, just a little bit. Then I just mix with the whisk like this. And now here you're going to add just a little bit of xanthan gum. So xanthan gum is something most gluten-free dieters have at home. This imitates the gluten consistency, and just a little bottle goes a long way. And here I'm going to use half a teaspoon, or actually no, never mind, quarter teaspoon, just a tiny bit. That will add just a little bit of consistency and a little bit of body to the dough so they don't fall apart. And that is it. And now I'm just going to mix with ice cold water, and that is it for the batter. So this is the gluten-free batter, and I'll show you the consistency. Because of that little bit of a xanthan gum that I added, it actually holds together, unlike usual batter I make without it, and then they just fall apart. So that's what it's like. And meanwhile, I have regular gluten batter as well, and that's made with frying mix that I got from Korea. They have like several different brands, and it's very easy to make it at home also. But after I put all the ingredients together, usually it's cheaper to just buy pre-made. And meanwhile, these are the items that we're gonna deep fry today. So this is kabocha pumpkin, that's a sweet pumpkin from Japan, and you can actually eat this skin part because it's so tender, and I really like these. These are very expensive in Mexico, but at least we can find them. And for people who love spicy food, I have some jalapeno peppers, and here they call it cuaresmeño. And then seasonal items. These are pumpkin blossoms or squash blossoms. They're so beautiful and they taste very good. And these are sweet potatoes I got. These are imported from the US. These are not Mexican camote, because Mexican camotes are hard to find, and these are just mushrooms. And you can fry meat, other ones, and onions as well. So now let's deep fry. So you can see it actually coats pretty well. And because I'm using my plastic gloves, you could add even more to make sure the batter is pretty well surrounding the stuff here. Right enough. So that was kabocha, the pumpkin. This is sweet potato. The blossom, you really have to make sure everything is well coated. Otherwise, if it includes any water inside, that can pop and you could get burned from the water coming out and reacts with oil. So you can see how thick I'm trying to surround this. And the mushroom, always very delicious when it's fried. In Korea, we call it, when you deep fry, even a shoe tastes very good because deep frying turns something into like amazing food. So I'm frying this gluten-free batch first. So try to lift up with your chopsticks or tongue because they can get stuck to the bottom of the pan here. Just do it very lightly. I always get very nervous about deep frying because of the burn. It looks really good. It's all done now. It feels pretty crispy. I'm just going to put these in the basket real quick. It smells amazing right now. That was it. Look at this. They look pretty good, huh? Now let's try to eat it. I'm gonna dip in a dipping sauce. The dipping sauce is always the same. Equal parts of soy sauce and water to dilute it. And add just a little bit of sugar and vinegar. That's it. So sugar, vinegar added to soy sauce and water mix. Always the best sauce. And I hope it's very crispy. So good. So today we learned how to make gluten-free deep fried vegetables, and I hope you guys try this recipe. It's very easy to make and you can find all the ingredients in the supermarket. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye!